What is up, everyone? JD here. Hope you're doing well today. We're out here with my 2023 Toyota Tacoma TRD Sport, and surprisingly, and this is going to be on a feature list of things that I like and don't like about this truck that I picked up, it did not come with a remote start. So today, I'm going to be showing you how to install the Starter X plug and play remote start for 2023 Toyota Tacomas with a push start. All right, so real quick, let's go over what's in the kit. So in the box, you have a scan QR. I don't want to scan it right now, but it'll give you some light instructions. But if you pick this up off Amazon, it actually has a very useful watch with no speak installation, which is why I wanted to do this. Obviously, you have the membrane for the remote start, and then you have the hardware that is included. You do have a pry bar because you will need to use this to remove some of the plastic, and then a sticker for you to put in the engine bay to warn folks that it does now have the remote start. So let's go ahead and cut over to the vehicle, and I will go over everything as far as step-by-step and tools that will help you make this super simple. All right, apologies for the angle, but the first thing you want to do is you're going to want to take this kick panel off, and your pry tool should help you get under there, and it should, even though it feels like you're going to be using a lot of force, should just pop right off. So these clips here, and then this guide here will go in the hole here when you go to reinstall it. And then you have the same guide in the back with two holes in the back. I know you can't really see it too well. That's going to be the first thing that you're going to want to remove and get out of the way. All right, so the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to come underneath the glove box. You're going to find this little plastic cover that's keeping the rest of the plastic panel here in place. And you're going to go ahead and unscrew that by hand. And you'll expose the post that this plastic panel is sitting in. Just remove that and get that out of the way. And then the next thing you're going to want to do is you're just going to want to lift up on this panel. And it may be helpful to remove the floor mat. So holding that floor mat back, just pull that panel straight out. All right. I am trying my best. The sun is shining in right now. The next thing you're going to want to do is kick this panel off. And pull that out. Same thing with this one. It is a little tight. I'm bringing it down here so you can see a little better. It has these three clips, and they're going to go in these three slots. You're not going to be able to see that top one. I'm so sorry. The sun is just shining in. There you go. And those three slots. And then the fingers you can kind of see in the corner there. If I can get a good angle. Those fingers will go in there. And it's giving you better access to get down to this computer that's way up here. Once you've removed that, you'll be able to get access to this panel. You're just going to pull from the bottom. It's going to feel like a little resistance at first, and then gently pull that away. Once you've removed that, you're going to want to remove these two bolts and this bolt under here, and that'll allow you to pull this entire bottom panel back. So this is a 10mm socket. Ay, Dios mío, there long. think that was it, right? All right, now this one here is going to give the most resistance from what I could tell in the video. So I'm just going to pull at it gently and try not to break any of the clips. So I am going to have to put the flashlight down and try to work it out. All right, so now that that is out, it looks like it has a little glove box light. So I'm going to try to be careful not to pull. Let's see. I'm not really seeing how to disconnect that, so I'm just going to lay that really carefully over there and make sure that I got some slack in the line. The one that you're trying to get to, ironically, is way up here, and I don't know that I'm going to be able to get you a good enough angle to see that. So you want to get to this wire up here. So that cable unplugs way back there, guys. And this is your jump cable. So go get your jump cable. All right, so once you have your jump cable in hand, it can only go one way, so don't worry about what direction goes which. So the male connector, I'm just checking the whole alignment there, has these little grooves in them, and the grooves that match it on the opposite side. So it's not going to be, you really can't mess this up. It's going to click right into place, okay? And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take your female connector, and my camera is blocking my view a little bit, and you're just going to do the same thing. You're going to look for your two holes, your grooves, I should say. So this is the bottom side or the outer side. And then with the two grooves, it faces inside to the cab. So that's what you're going to want to do, is plug that back up. Plug that back up. The cable's a little stiff. All right, and that is clicked into place. So that is the first step of getting that harness in there. I'm just going to tuck it in there nicely because we're going to zip tie the brain here in a minute. The next thing the instructions say to do is to connect the black wire and hold the programming switch in. I'm coming to camera, don't worry. I'm looking for my black cable. So on mine, it says, there's a bunch of wires here, guys. Give me a second. To take your black connector, and you're plugging it in. Let me make sure that's right. The direction, which direction? There we go. So it has these little clasp. It has the clasp there, and your programming button is here. So what you're going to want to do is hold it down and then plug it in. Trying to get it so you can see these lights here. So I'm going to hold it down, plug it in. It's plugged in, holding it down till the light turns blue, and that's it. Once it's on a solid blue light, go ahead and plug in your remaining wires. All right, and then what you'll want to do from here, I'm going to try to keep it on camera so you can see, is you're supposed to, with your foot off the brake, start really quick, hit the button twice. All right, before I put everything back together, I'm just going to really quickly test the remote start. Started right up. Cut right off when I cut it on. So remote start is working. We're gonna go ahead and find a good spot to it and zip tie it up in there. And then I'll show you the reassembly. The kit comes with plenty of zip ties. What I elected to do was bunch up the cables a little bit up here and zip tie them to some existing cables. And then same thing, I took the remaining leads, zip tied them here. My thought process is have it so that it is kind of a little bit easier to access it, just in case a battery install or anything like that deprograms it. I don't think it will, but I figured just in case we'll go ahead and do that. All right, so now we're going to put everything back in the reverse order. We're going to start with reinstalling this lower part. So here, again, be careful with your light cable. I just gave it a little bit of slack because I didn't see how to easily remove that. So we'll put that back in now. The one on the left corner was a little bit of a pain, and I needed to move the camera to get to it. The other thing I'm noticing here is this clip doesn't want to seem to fasten down, but it doesn't seem to affect the glove box. So maybe it was like that before and I just didn't realize it. I'll look at it a little bit closer, but we're going to go ahead and finish. That is all the way in, and this one as well. So that's all the way in. Next, you're going to want to reinstall the first kick panel. I'm going to go ahead and reinstall the top cover panel. Can you guys even see that? Trying to move it over to the side a little bit so you can see it. I'm going to reinstall this one. Back in like so. Then you're going to want to reinstall the lower kick panel. All right, so everything just kind of clicked back into place. I thought I was recording a moment ago when I reinstalled this. So I just need to now put the final bolt back in. The little plastic screw cover there. All right, and then this is all clipped into place. I just rechecked everything here. And I think everything's good to go. I'm gonna clean up my mess and we'll go outside and do a restart. All right, so I went ahead, installed my sticker there. Just like mounting the membrane for the remote start, that's gonna be totally up to you where you wanna put that. The other thing I wanted to mention really quickly is it did come in case your vehicle doesn't come with the hood ajar. It does have this pin that you can install if you want that feature available so that it will not start with the hood open. So that is going to be totally up to you. I'm going to move this out of the way. All right, and just to keep my plate off of the camera, we're going to go ahead and show it from out here. So guys, if this video helped you in any way, a like would be appreciated. I do have affiliate links down in the description for anything that you would pick up to do this install on Amazon. I really appreciate it. Definitely comment down below anything that you have as far as questions or any thoughts about this install video. I'm out of here. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.